We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, in the garden here. We got so much going on, it's ridiculous. Check it out. The wall is almost done. And now it extends all the way over there. This big kid is just having a giggle chop. Woo! There's actually, the time is ticking away. We're coming back to the States probably just like in 1 month. That's crazy. I think we have about 5 events planned that nobody knows about, not even the people we're doing the events with.
I don't even know about them.
You don't know about them either?
No.
Oh. Well, I know about them. And they're all going to be on the West Coast. So once we post these events, book your plane tickets, come on out, because that's where it's all happening. It's all going down on the West Coast. It might be actually 6 events, maybe 7. Okay, so today we are making kale chips.
Woo! I've never made kale chips before. I've eaten them and I really like them. And we have a garden burgeoning with fresh, amazing kale. So I emailed my dear friend Kate Magic and asked her how to make kale chips. And she sent me a couple of recipes and I looked at those, I looked at things on YouTube, I looked at the ingredients for Blessings kale chips, and I think I have a plan. So I came out here and I just collected this whole bowl of kale. We have 4 kinds of kale. Here, you see this big leafy one, it's called Hungry Gap, and then we have a dwarf curly green. Over there we have lacinato kale, and that way we have some kind of like Russian red kale, something like that. I don't know what that one is. So we have a whole bowl of kale, and now we're going to go to the kitchen and make up the sauce for them.
Whoop-de-doo.
Baba! And if you don't have a garden of amazing kale like this, then you could just buy some. It's not like you have to have a combination. I'm just using the 4 different kinds because we have so much here. Should we go to the kitchen?
Okay, let's have a little jander to the kitchen.
Baba.
Yes. Another day, another raw food recipe. My favorite thing to do.
I just wanted to show you guys quickly as well. The chia and the flax are looking amazing right now with all the flowers. They both have beautiful purple flowers. Well, the flax kind of, most of the flowers went away already. We love them. The insects love them too.
Okay everybody, now let's watch Angela take stems out of kale leaves.
Baba. Not always be rude about the recipes, Baba.
Nah.
So yeah, I picked these as you saw from the garden, so they don't have a huge amount of stem on them like when you buy them from a shop, but they do have some bits. So, and they don't tend to be the tastiest parts when you're chewing into kale chips. So I'm just ripping out the toughest parts of the stems. I don't go like all the way through the leaf. I leave like all of that, but I just take out the toughest parts. So I'm going to do this whole bowl, and then we'll come back to you again.
Maybe I could do a stem.
Woo! Baba. Be nice to the kale. Ooh. See, it's fun, isn't it, Baba? Bingo. Nah? Alright, so I de-stemmed all the kale, and you can see we have this beautiful bowl now of these 4 different mixed kale leaves, all very soft and yummy. And now I'm going to make the sauce, the marinade, the batter to put all over this stuff and massage into it. So, I poked around all over the internet and tried to find out like what is the general theme running through kale chip recipes. And I got it down to this. I'm going to use some sesame seeds. Usually there's some kind of nut or seed involved. Some people use cashews, some people use macadamias. We don't have a huge variety of stuff where we are, so I'm going to use sesame seeds. Then there's usually some kind of citrus involved, lemon or whatever. We have limes here, so I have some lime juice. There's usually salt of some kind. There's usually some kind of vegetable. So I'm using red peppers. Some people use tomatoes, celery, things like that. And garlic is often in the recipe. So I have a couple of cloves of garlic cut down. And then there's all kinds of other things that people might put in, like different herbs or spices, nutritional yeast if you want it to taste more cheesy. I'm thinking I'm actually going to put a bit of the coconut nectar in this one because these sesame seeds are really bitter. So we'll see how it goes. But the first thing I'm going to do right now is blend down in the personal blender these sesame seeds. So we have our seeds ground down. I think I used about half a pound of seeds. We get these pound bags and I used like half of it, so it was something like that. And now I'm going to blend all of the sauce ingredients together in the blend tech. So throwing in the most water-rich ingredient first, red pepper, and then this garlic as well. And I juiced like 4 little limes. We only have like these funny little limes here. So I'm putting the juice of those in. And then salt is pretty important as far as I understand it in these recipes to help the kale to wilt. So I'm going to try and put in about a tablespoon of salt. And I forgot to tell you, oil. Oil seems to be a pretty hearty component of these ingredients, these recipes as well. We don't really have much oil here. It's probably possible to get olive oil. Maybe I'll try and find some of that. But right now I have some sesame oil here. And I'm going to put in like about 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. And of course our ground down sesame seeds. And I'm going to put a dash of the coconut nectar just to help round out the flavour a bit because I think it's going to be a bit bitter with all that sesame. And that's it. I'm going to blend this up and see how it is. Alrighty. Wow. It smells amazing. It smells like the Cheez-Its recipe that Summer showed us how to make. Doesn't it? It's crazy how red pepper makes things taste like cheese.
I like tahini. With sweetness.
I'm going to try it because Maria says if the batter doesn't taste good, it's not good. Wow. It tastes amazing. It's really, really vibrant, like really strong. But of course that's going to be paled down by all the kale that it's going on. So what I'm going to do is lump all this out on top of the kale, massage it through the whole lot, and then put it on dehydrator sheets. Dehydrate it for apparently about 24 hours is good, but most people never really actually get that far through the dehydrating process because they taste so good.
Wow, this smells so good. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I've just been massaging these kale leaves for the last few minutes, just trying to get the sauce evenly distributed, and I think they're about done. So I'm just gonna plonk them out onto these dehydrator trays.
Wow, I have to admit this is kind of cool.
I'm just feeling like so much respect for blessings while I'm doing this as well. Like, I mean, how many bags of kale chips would this amount make? This is probably like 2 bags worth of kale chips. Imagine the amount of work they go through every day at her place to make kale chips for everyone.
These are making me hungry.
So that's it, everybody. Our first attempt at kale chips.
Awesome. Now we just put it in the dehydrator.
Yep, at like 105 or 115 or whatever temperature you like.
Should we show them the end result?
You want?
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Check it out. Baba did it.
They look amazing, and they smell amazing as well. We haven't tried them yet, but look, we're just offloading them into bowls. They look amazing. Really excited to try them.
Alright, who do we got there?
Angela Six Monarch.
And Matt Monarch. Gonna eat some kale chips later today. And we'll see you again tomorrow with the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.